I've been through this on a personal level with my husband who died of cancer about a year ago.
In my culture, Hispanic, and also you'll see it in the Brazilian culture, we don't tend to talk about these issues.
I don't find that there are many people in denial. Like, I won't die for another 20 years.
I look at my brother and my sister and they look so healthy and vibrant, you know that it can't last forever.
It's a conversation. I think it's an important conversation.
It's never too young to start talking about this, what your wants and needs are.
If it's done earlier, it's better.
There's a lot of guilt with making decisions for a family member.
For my family, what I would want is for peace.
I'm Sarah Todd. I'm an emergency medicine doctor here at Falmouth Hospital.
My name's Ronald Williams. I've worked for Cape Cod Healthcare now since 2008.
I'm Kumar Siddhartha. I'm a physician, medical director at Emerald Physicians, which is part of Cape Cod Healthcare.
My name is Mike Goulet. I've lived in Falmouth for 40 years now.
My name is Bea Grumlich. I work for the Cape Cod Healthcare Foundation.
My name is Shelley West. I'm the nurse manager of cancer services for Cape Cod Hospital.
My name's Ceci Fellon-Stiles, and I'm the Senior Manager of Interpreter Services here at Cape Cod Healthcare.
My name is Dan Canaday. I'm a radiation oncologist.
My name is Ann Craddock. I am a nurse at Cape Cod Hospital in the Emergency Center.
My name is Ricardo Nario. I'm a native New Englander and decided to settle here on the Cape in Yarmouth to practice medicine.
I'm third-generation physician.
I have a lot of interests. I love being on the water, in the water, paddleboarding, swimming, boating. I also love singing, and I sing in a ukulele, all-women ukulele group.
My husband and I, we have two young children. We have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old.
I love the Cape. I think one of the things I love the Cape so much was it's a really nice place to raise your kids.
I think most people fear of being a burden.
Working in the emergency department, I see people at their end of life, and I see when people have made decisions and talked with their family about what their goals are.
We can pretty much accommodate to whatever it is that people would like, but what we can't accommodate to very comfortably is not knowing what's important to them and not knowing what they'd like.
I say any day of gratitude when it's a good day to just start to talk about these things with the family members.
I think that this is very, very important part of living.
You know, you're sitting around Saturday watching college football, and it's just can be a casual conversation when emotions aren't already heightened.
You know, and they love each other to death, but they never have those conversations.
A doctor gave me a healthcare proxy. This is a long time ago, and I'm reading it. I'm like, why do I need to think about this now? Again, my culture, we don't think about it. We deal with the present and the past. We will address a problem when it arrives.
So I've had the conversation with my parents and my brother and my husband.
It's not that average last 3 days when you're bringing the hospital bed in. It's all that happened before that for us. That was what was so wonderful.
I'm a realist, so it's uncomfortable, but it's something that you just keep on, and you're just kind of sowing little seeds. My family's healthy.
And we talk about what, from a medical standpoint, is best for the patient, and invariably there's someone who says, well, the patient doesn't want, but the family wants, the family's insisting, the family's insisting.
Instead of an anxious situation unfolding for the staff at a hospital or the family members in the room, instead of creating anxiety, you're creating peace, knowing that you're allowing that person to have their needs met.
This is always a hard conversation. There is never a good time to have this conversation, but we stress to people it will never be as easy as it is right now.
If you go into a room of healthcare professionals and they're talking about advanced directives and the healthcare proxies and so forth, and then you ask how many of them have had the conversation, so you'll find that very few do.
You know, you want to say something to somebody that you love. You know, you look them in the eye, sit over a cup of tea, and just tell them how you feel about them then.
The diagnosis of cancer is often one of the most stressful things that people go through in their entire life. And just getting that information and trying to process that information, it's overwhelming, and it would be for anybody.
I feel like I was really well prepared, and I feel like we got hospice involved very early. I think the statistic is the average patient spends something like 8 days in hospice at the end of their life, and I didn't want the benefits of that holistic care only for 8 days.
This happens all the time, that patients are pushed by their family members to do things that they no longer want. They haven't told their families, I don't want to die in the hospital, I don't want to lose all my hair and vomit and so forth until the very last minute, and I want to enjoy the sunsets and be by the beaches and so forth.
The agents who have been identified on my children's form are rapidly approaching the point where we may not be able to speak real well for our children, and we want them speaking for us.
If I am that person, that patient assigning an agent, then my health could wax and wane, it can go through its phases. The person I have assigned as the agent, their health could change, their health can, so I think it's an ongoing discussion that need to happen, check in now and then on where we are on that relationship.
Have the conversation, make a plan, carry it through.
Have the conversation, make a plan.
Have that conversation. It is important. Please make a plan.
Have a conversation, make the plan.
I encourage you to have the conversation and make a plan.
So you should have the conversation and make a plan.
Have the conversation and make a plan.
Have the conversation, make a plan.
Have a conversation and make a plan, please.